Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say.
Don't be nervous, everyone.
Oh, yeah.
We have a big-time TV star on our show now. Welcome back. Our next guest is guaranteed to make you laugh, and if she doesn't, she'll send you a personal check. She's a Minnesota native who went on to star in the hit show Reba, and now Melissa Peterman is teaming up with her friend Reba McEntire again for a new project. Welcome back to the show, my friend and America's Melissa Peterman.
Oh my gosh, I love that. I'm your friend and America's. P.S. I love the new theme music. I was jamming.
Do you love it? That's our new theme, Melissa. Hey, look at you. That's the boys. You should follow them, Melissa. You would love them. It's Yam House.
Okay, I will. I'm digging it.
Yeah, they're Minnesotans. They're.
Well, you know, I follow everything Minnesotan. It's sort of my anchor while I'm here. I listen to you all the time. I watch you. I need to be connected to my people.
Well, Melissa, can we be connected to your earrings? Can we just have a moment about your earrings right away?
Mm-hmm.
Look at those.
They go really well with my pajama bottoms that I'm wearing. You know, I figure the earrings, this is my new theory during the whole, global pandemic and all. Statement earrings really can offset a lot of things like anxiety, maybe some extra weight. So I'm loving these earrings, which, by the way, I believe I got at Target, my Minnesota, hometown store.
You got those at the Target boutique?
I did get these at the Target boutique.
Look at that. Well, let's talk about, there's so many things. Melissa and I were texting, and she goes, I have so much to talk about. And you do. Can we start with your new project with Reba? It's called Living and Learning. What is this?
It's a new it's a podcast for Spotify. It will start September 21st. You can start listening, and I believe a new one will come every Monday. And, Reba and I, we love working together. We want to work together as much as we can. And since I can't sing, we figured the podcast would be like a better medium for me. No, I think it was really cool because, what I love about her, and I've known her now for 20 years, is like she loves learning new things and she loves meeting new people. And I think that is what we need more of in this world, is like listening and talking to different people. So we do this podcast. It's, I joke that I'm writing the theme song. We're living and learning, but she won't let me sing it. That's my bit with her. She's enjoying it. I think it's wearing a bit thin, but every episode we pick a topic. We pick a topic that we want to learn more about, whether it's spirituality, cancel culture, aging with grace, and then we bring in a celebrity and an expert on the subject. And we've had the most amazing guests. We have Leslie Jordan, Rita Moreno, Jane Fonda, Glennon Doyle, Thomas Rhett and his wife, Darius Rucker, Karamo from Queer Eye. Like we had, it took me, every time we were doing it, I had to like calm myself down before I got to talk to some of these people because I was such big fans and admire them so much. So it was fabulous. I'm so excited for everyone to hear. I hope they like it.
You and I have texted about him before. Can we also just talk about Leslie Jordan as a guest? He is like, the old school talk show guests that Johnny used to have? He is like one of those old school Hollywood Squares-esque guests that you want every day on your show.
I don't know how we're going to cut it down to fit in our amazing other guest, which was Lauren Elena, who was amazing as well. But he's our first episode on September 21st, which the topic was friendship. And honestly, you can just hit go on him, and he has the best stories. He's so genuine. Reba and I both met him when he guest starred on the Reba TV show. And then while we were doing the show, he was doing his one-man show here in LA, and Reba and I went and saw it. And the thing about Leslie Jordan is that when you meet him one time, you're fast friends. And then he did an episode of Baby Daddy, and he used to live in my neighborhood, so I'd see him at the diner, and he's just lovely. There's no one in this town, this world, who's ever met him that, doesn't love him.
We were just looking at a clip from Reba. Going to your friendship, I was wondering this. You know what it's like, you know what it's like. You go on a set, you do a show for a couple years or a movie, and then the cast, kind of goes to the wind. What is it about you two that has kept a real, not a showbiz relationship, but what is the key to you and Reba's friendship, do you think?
I think that, you put in the work sometimes. You know what I mean? It'd be easy to, we're not getting to do all these things connected with the show, and to stay connected, you sort of have to work at it. And sometimes that's hard. Like I remember when she moved back to Nashville, I was just sort of like, well, where are you going? And we both put in the work, whether it's texting, it's visiting each other, it's through the good times and bad. Like, I know she's got my back through everything. Like, we know everything about each other, and we love each other anyway. You know what I mean? Like, that's sort of like, you put that sort of time in. And I think also that show, I've been really lucky, is because she set the tone so early on that this was going to be about respect and family. And we did connect, and we were all going through kind of interesting times in our lives. Like, I had my baby during the Reba show. Christopher Rich had his twins. Steve Howie met, his future mother of his children and wife on the show. Joanna, we all were kind of having these great life moments as a team. And so you're sort of really connected. And in fact, last night was Christopher Rich's birthday, who played Brock on the show. And Reba and I hosted a Zoom sort of birthday party for him for charity, where we helped him raise money for his cause, which is Wipe Out Kids Cancer. And I mean, we're just that tight,
Family.
That was the longest answer. I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine.
Stay tuned for my next TED Talk.
I mean, we do have to go to commercial now, but that's okay, Melissa. Because we have two more segments. Melissa and her earrings are not going anywhere. She's sticking around for most of the hour, so you stick around. We'll be right back after these words. Stay with us, everyone.
And I hope everyone is cutting themselves a little slack, like, you don't feel bad if you're not learning another language, or, organizing your house, or like cooking souffles, or, whatever, weaving a blanket out of old magazines and envelopes. We just got to get through this. And sometimes that's eating frosting out of a can and waking up with it in your hair. That's okay, right?
It is. Truer words have never been spoken. That's my buddy, Melissa Peterman, back in May when she was part of Fox 9's Shine On Minnesota event, raising money for local nonprofits. Melissa is our guest for most of the hour. Thank you for doing that. Speaking of friendship, Melissa and I are like real friends, and like, you're in my contacts. I think you're probably the most famous person in my contacts. But I always hate asking people for favors, so I even feel bad like asking you to be on the show here. But you were so gracious for doing that, and I just want to say thank you.
Oh, it was my absolute pleasure. I mean, and I don't think I'm the biggest person in your contact. I think you're the biggest one in my contact. And we were just texting last night. Like, we are real friends.
Yeah.
And of course I'd say yes. I mean, we have to take care of each other during this time. And, you can't take the Minnesota out of the girl ever, It's my town. We got to help each other.
Okay, all kidding aside, because I'm curious, other than Reba, because Jeff and I were just talking, we're going to talk about 25 words or less. Y'all get some big stars there. So it led me to wonder, who is the biggest person in your contact on your phone? Who, other than Reba, who's the biggest star in your contact list? Yeah. Who do you think it is?
I don't, does this sound, I mean, me, Jason, I just hate to name drop.
I know. But if one fell on the floor.
Let me pick that up. Oh, it's, I do have Meredith Vieira. I have, I think she's amazing and hilarious. Does anyone know Fortune Feimster, the stand-up comedian? I think she's amazing.
Love her. Executive producer. Yes.
I have her. I have Ronnie Dunn.
Okay.
And Kix Brooks. Oh my gosh. Who else?
No, that's good. Meredith is, I love Meredith.
I love her.
So Melissa's doing 25 words or less, which airs here on our sister station. Y'all do get some big stars on that show. You are a game show queen, though. Do you enjoy doing it?
I love it. I truly feel like I did all of this acting work just to get to be a game show player. I truly, I think about it. I obsess when I leave if I didn't help that person win. I love it so much. And they do get big stars. Like, I know, Mr. Big, Chris Noth, I got to play with him on 25 Words or Less, and I about died. Like, they do get amazing people. I don't even know how they bring me in. It's crazy.
What is it? I mentioned that you are working, you're going to be returning to Young Sheldon. What is it like, Melissa? I know this is a big question, big answer, but what is it like atmosphere-wise around the studios with COVID?
You know, I think, first of all, everyone is just very grateful to be going back to work.
Yeah.
And so there's a definite feeling of it. They're just grateful. So I have done some episodes of 25 Words or Less. And it's a positive feeling, and we don't get to hug. Like I was texting with a friend of mine who is back at work as well. And she just said, it feels so weird because this is a profession. And Jason, that we are touchers, and we're so excited, and you want to hug somebody, and half of doing comedy and or talk shows it's about the time you spend with people in proximity, and that's the energy of the people. So it's trying to figure out how to navigate, how do we keep that energy up. And the sets I feel like 25 Words or Less has been doing it amazingly, how safe you feel. Like you go there, you get tested. Everyone is, you really have hardly any contact. You're in a pod, you play in a pod, and you have your headphones. So, I think truly everyone is just grateful if they can get back to work, and no one's complaining about sort of the protocol, that it's going to take longer maybe.
There's just gratitude. Well, Melissa is a game show regular, so we're putting her to the test with a game of our own. That's right. You'll see that when we come back right after this.
Well, I don't know if you know this, Gabrielle, but I don't know if you know this either, Chris, but in high school, my nickname was also Mr. Big. Not going to say high school was enjoyable for me.
That's our friend Melissa Peterman from one of her many appearances on the Fox game show, 25 Words or Less, teaming up with, the one and only Chris, Mr. Big, whom I named my French bulldog after, which is hysterical and a thing all by itself, but yeah. So
I know.
Our friend here is really good at game shows. Yes, she is. So, of course, we had to put her to our own game. So here's the deal. She doesn't know what we're getting ready to play. Jeff did not tell her. You all know that she's great friends with Reba McEntire after her years on Reba and joining her for the new podcast we talked about earlier. But how much does Melissa really know about Reba? It is time to play. That's right. We're playing a game called Here's Your One Chance, Fancy Don't Let Me Down. I'm going to ask Melissa a series of questions about Reba, the show Reba, and everything Reba. And it is multiple choice, and we'll see how well she knows her friend. Melissa Peterman, are you ready?
I am ready.
First question. When Reba went to college in the early 70s, what were her career plans? Journalist, elementary teacher, high school choir teacher?
Elementary teacher.
You are right. You are right. Please put 1 point on the board. I don't know who I'm pointing to. It's COVID and we don't have a crew. Okay, here we go.
Carl, put that point on the board. Thanks,
Thank you.
Carl.
Thank you, Melissa. Number 2. During her career, Reba has been nominated for 14 Grammys. How many has she won? 3, 6, or 10?
3.
You are right. You are right. Another point on the board, crew.
Carl, get it.
Number 3. Besides the show Reba, how many other sitcoms have you and Reba both been on? 3, 4, or 5?
Like both of us, like how many we all...
Not necessarily together, but you've both appeared on.
Say the numbers again.
3, 4, or 5?
5.
I'm sorry. The answer is 4. We think. You could correct us here. Baby Daddy, Young Sheldon, Working Class, and Last Man Standing.
Yes, I think you're right. I was counting Malibu Country was when she was on, but even then my math was wrong. Carl, take those points off. I don't deserve them.
Okay, here's the next one. How many episodes are there of Reba? 126, 130, or 144?
126.
You are right. You are right. Girl, you got to that 100 syndication money, didn't you?
Do I get to put on my red wig because I won the Reba game, which I happen to have sitting right here?
Oh, please, for the rest of the game. Oh, Melissa, this is the best 2-box this entire season.
You know what? Is it weird that I have this wig like laying there for other reasons, but it's perfectly timed to have it right now?
I was going to say, I'm a little concerned that you just pulled that from somewhere.
Mind your business, Jason. Mind your business. You get through a pandemic your way. I'm going to get through it mine, okay?
Deal. Okay, number 5. Reba made her movie debut in 1990. What was the name of the movie? Tremors, Maverick, or The Little Rascals?
I believe that movie was Tremors.
You are right. You are right. Number 6. I can't even look at the 2-box. I got to look at Kendall. Here we go. What blockbuster movie was Reba supposed to star in? Titanic, Jurassic Park, or Toy Story?
I believe she was supposed to be in that movie Titanic.
That is right. She was offered the part of Molly Brown, but had to turn it down. It went to Kathy Bates. That's sad. Okay, here we go.
I know.
Here's our final one. Reba released her autobiography in 1994. What's it called? The Story of My Life, Fancy Don't Let Me Down, or My Story?
I believe it's just called Reba, My Story.
You are right. You are right. That is fantastic. Okay, can I just acknowledge, that is a really good wig. That is a spectacular wig.
Thank you. This is one that I got to take home from Baby Daddy, and they let me keep it, and it's come in handy for several occasions, but perfectly for my Reba game today. Isn't it great?
Perfectly. Sweetheart, again, thank you. I so appreciate you doing the benefit. I appreciate you doing the show, and come back when we can hug, okay?
I will come back anytime. I love you in Minnesota, and thank you, teachers. I have to say that. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Melissa Peterman, everyone. Check her out on Reba's new podcast, Living and Learning. Melissa will also, as I said, be on 25 Words or Less, airing on Fox 9 Plus. Plus, follow her on Instagram at Melissa Peterman. Send her some Minnesota love. We're going to love you when we come back right after this. Miss Reba.